Hello guys, it's me, Nagarcrosser here, back with another League of Legends Wild Rift video. Before I begin, I just want to give a quick shout out to mobileflow.games. Be sure to check them out. They have the best guides that you will need to get you ready for League of Legends Wild Rift. They have the latest guide, they have itemization guides, they have ruin guides, and they have all the patch note as well. Even me, I was lucky enough to work alongside them to make the perfect guide for Yasuo, so that you can use Yasuo and just go Hazake on the Rift and make sure you don't int. I've linked them in the description down below, so do check them out. And this is not a paid promotion. I want to promote them because of the fact that they are genuine content creators and they can actually help you get better in the game. So do check them out, guys. So without further delay, cue the intro and let's move on. So for today's video, I will be talking about some items and those champions that you can abuse to actually rank up, because there's only some limited meta champions right now and you can actually abuse them to rank up higher. And also you can use those champions to solo carry, but keep in mind guys, you can't solo carry because this is not MLBB where you just go 1v9 and you just come off with a mega kill or pentakill. I don't know what that is called, but yeah, but you get up. So in this video, I will be talking about the 4 major items in League of Legends Wild Rift and the importance of it. The remainder of the item you guys can go through and read it. It wouldn't be hard to understand or grasp it, but I'll be talking about 4 items. 2 of them are from your tier 3 boots and the 2 items are your anti-heal items. So first off is your Mercury Stasis, which is also known as Zonia's. That's the league term that we generally use. So what does it do? So it is an active item, so when you activate it, you become invulnerable and untargetable for 2.5 seconds, but you're unable to move, attack, cast abilities or use items. So this is the only way to counter assassins, for example Zed's Deathmark or Fizz's ultimate or even Akali, right? But keep in mind guys, Mercury Stasis, the cooldown is 120 seconds, so use it wisely, and if you use it properly then you are gonna come up on top, because there's so many outplay potential using Mercury Stasis. And the next item on the list is your Mercury's Quicksilver, which is also known as QSS. So what does it do? This is the only item in League of Legends Wild Rift at the moment that can remove crowd control effect. QSS, so it removes all crowd control effect currently affecting you, and then you gain 50% movement speed for 1.5 seconds. And the best part about QSS is that it's only 60 seconds of cooldown. So this is the only item that can remove you from any charm, root or stun. But remember guys, it does not remove knockups or knockback. So moving forward, I'll be talking about the 2 anti-heal items in League of Legends Wild Rift. I'm surprised to see that people don't build anti-heal items when they have Dr. Mundo, Soraka, or even Darius is about to come. So you guys will be needing a lot of anti-heal items or those sort of stuff, right? Because this is the only anti-heal item and that's the only way to counter the champion. And even Ignite is one of them, because if you Ignite Mundo or anyone, the healing that they'll be receiving will be very less. It will just cut off the healing. So in order to understand anti-heal items, first you should know what is Grievous Wound, because both Mortal Reminder and Morello has Grievous Wound effect. So what is Grievous Wound? Grievous Wound is a debuff that reduces all healing received by 40 to 60%. I repeat, Grievous Wound is a debuff that reduces all healing received by 40 to 60%. And like I said, there are 2 anti-heal items. So first off is your Mortal Reminder. So Mortal Reminder is made from Last Whisper and Executioner's Calling. So Last Whisper has 35% armor penetration and Executioner's Calling physical damage applies Grievous Wound to enemy champion for 5 seconds. So for 5 seconds, all the healing that they're receiving will be debuffed. So you make Mortal Reminder if you are using an AD champion. But if you're using a match champion, then you should be making Morellonicom, which is also called as Morello in short. Morello gives you plus 15 magic penetration and magic damage applies Grievous Wound to enemy champion for 3 seconds. So remember this guys, if there's Dr. Mundo, Soraka, or if there's some external healing source, you should always make Morello or you should make Mortal Reminder, because it will apply Grievous Wound, and that is the only anti-heal items in League of Legends Wild Rift at the moment, excluding Ignite. So now we will be talking about the champions that you should be abusing in rank right now to rank up faster. And keep in mind guys, this is specifically for solo, duo or trio queue. This is not for a 5-man queue, alright? Because 5-man queue depends a lot on your composition and how you want to play around, or which champion do you want to funnel your goal into. And also I have a tier maker right in front of you guys, just to make it cool and attractive, and just to stand out. It has no significance, but I just wanted to put it out there. So yeah, here you go. Here's a tier maker brought to you by Naga Krauser. So here is the list of champions that you should be abusing in League of Legends Wild Rift. Okay, so first off, coming into the Baron lane. For Baron lane, it's obvious. The only 3 champions that I would recommend you to use will be Malphite and Garen. But if they have a split pushing champion, then you can pick Olaf into it. And these are the only strong top laners that I see fit in the meta right now, and I've been abusing them only. So moving into the jungle, I'm pretty sure you guys will not be surprised as well to see Xin Xiao, Shyvana and Lee Sin. Like, these are the top 3 priority pick for jungle right now. And for me, Xin Xiao will obviously be the number 1. Despite the nerf, he is still very useful. And one more thing I would like to suggest to you guys, if you're ahead, then make sure to make Guardian Angel as your 3rd item if you're using Xin Xiao, Shyvana or Lee Sin, because of the fact that they have to dive into the backline or reach their carries and just dish out as much damage as possible and just come out on top. So Guardian Angel, if you're rushing for it as your 3rd item, that's the way to go for it. And also guys, if you want to know more about jungling, be sure to follow Siegfried Gaming channel, because he is one of the best jungler that we have. His jungle putting is so good, and then his shot calls are really good. Like, if you're playing with Siegfried, then you know that you're going to be winning 80% of the matches. I've linked his channel in the description down below, so do check him out. So next, coming back to the mid lane. So for mid lane, there's only a limited pick personally for me, and keep in mind guys, this is my personal opinion. Like, you guys might have some other opinions as well, so do mention them in the comment section, right? But for me in mid lane, my top priority pick will be, first off, it will be Orianna and Zed. Zed, why? Because he's one of the best assassins in game right now, and the assassin items that we have for League of Legends Wild Rift, it all complements to Zed. And Orianna, holy crap, I started using Orianna because I was spamming Yasuo a lot, right? So Orianna, what she does is she makes you work for even 1 CS because of the huge ball control that she has around the map. So Zed and Orianna. And I want to talk about Seraphine as well. Seraphine is a support, but you can flex him into the mid lane as a utility support, right? Only drawback of Seraphine is that she is really squishy in lane. So if you're up against the Zed, like I said, Zhonya's is the item to go for, and make sure that your eyes are always on the map when you're using mid lane champion, because you need to rotate a lot, because even Zed, he's going to be rotating. Orianna, you need to rotate, or whatever mid champions that you use, you need to be rotating. I didn't mention Twisted Fate and other champion because you actually need to have high map sense in order to execute them, right? Your map awareness should be top notch to execute them. So for me, Orianna, Zed and Seraphine are the champions to go for if you want to use them in mid lane. And next up, coming into the Abyssal lane, and your AD carries, right? That is one of my preferred role. I'm a marksman main. How I've been climbing is I've just been abusing Azrael and Kai'Sa. Despite the nerf on Azrael, he is still so broken. I still don't know why they didn't nerf their AP scaling, because Azrael AP scaling is just too broken. Because one ulti from Azrael can just chunk 50 to 60% of your health, and the only way to counter Azrael is to use Kai'Sa. I mean, Kai'Sa and Azrael are the top tier ADC at the moment, and it will be complemented by Jhin as well. So if you're gonna go into the Abyssal lane, make sure to first prioritize Azrael, Kai'Sa or Jhin. Even Vayne is one of the top tier champions in AD lane, or is actually flex it into the Baron lane. But then to use Vayne, your kiting skill, your kiting mechanism and your positioning should be really good, because Vayne has the lowest attack range in League of Legends Wild Rift currently. So these are the champions to go for if you want to flex them into the AD carry lane. So next up, coming into the support. Honestly, for me, I prefer tanky and beefy support who can just go into the front line and just soak up as much damage as possible. Because I'm not a fan of utility supports, right? So generally, my top 3 picks will be Alistar, Braum and Blitzcrank. In order to play with Braum, you need to work alongside his passive, because his passive, like as you all are familiar with how Braum works, his passive is just too good. The stun that he gives, like if he just goes and take any one of them, and so in support, these are the champions to go for. Bliss, despite the nerf, like his epic scaling wasn't nerfed, but then his base stats were nerfed, I guess, most probably, right? But despite that, like one hook can change the entire course of direction for the game. Like if you are able to hook the main carry or the main assassin, and then you just hook them ulti and E, then they're just gonna die there. But make sure that you don't hook a Mundo or you don't hook a Malphite into a 5-man, because if you hook a Malphite is just gonna ulti you and he's just gonna burst everybody down. So depending on how you play Blitzcrank, it's still for me one of the best OP support champions out there right now, complemented by Alistar and Braum. And as you can see here, I have kept Yasuo for a reason, right? Yasuo is that kind of a champion that will win you the game, or that will just end the entire game. To use Yasuo, you should be actually good with Yasuo, to be honest. So if you're a really good Yasuo player, then I'm not even gonna lie, you can flex Yasuo into mid lane, you can flex him into the jungle lane, baron lane, abyssal lane, or you can even play him as a support because of his win wall. I'm just kidding though. Yasuo is not an S tier pick, but if you want to use him, make sure to use him in the mid lane, or even you can flex him on an abyssal lane. But it only generally works when you are playing 5-man, because to execute Yasuo properly, you need a lot of champions that has knock up, at least 2 champions. So that is it for me. So these are the list of champions that you should be using in rank right now in order to climb higher. And there are other champions as well which I haven't mentioned, because of the fact that you need actually high skill, or you need good micro to execute them. So if there are some champions that you think should be here, please make sure to comment in the comment section down below. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace and take care. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you guys want more of this kind of content, do make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to give a thumbs up. So I'll see you guys in the next video, so stay safe and stay